Hello friends, this is Ifa. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to flip over all of my bullet journals which I used in 2022. I'm a little late with this video, but I hope this video gives you an overview of my bullet journaling styles and how much I use my bullet journals. So if you're interested to watch the process video of all of these themes, I would recommend you to go to the description box. There I have placed a playlist where you'll find all of the videos which I made in 2022 for my bullet journal. The notebooks I've used in 2022 is Suki Winter Wishes, which is a limited edition from Notebook Therapy. And the second bullet journal I used is from the first edition dotted bullet journal of Your Bujo. Both of these notebooks are in size A5. I like to use A5 size notebook as my bullet journal because they're the perfect size for me, honestly. Let's start flip over this first notebook that I used from the beginning of 2022. For the yearly setup, I didn't use too much colors in it and I only followed one scheme, which is blue. So the first spread I made is my cover page and keys, and in the next page I had my grid spacing cheat sheet, but my sister borrowed it from me, and while doing this video I didn't have it in my hand, but later you'll see another grid spacing cheat sheet which was similar to this notebook. I made a year at a glance here in this notebook, but for me it doesn't seem necessary. I used some sticker sheets for these calendars, and this was the first stickers that I made with my phone. There is a monthly realization page where I write some sentences each month. Then I have my goals, which is not filled at all. Then I have this, what I accomplished in this year versus the previous year. I basically filled this spread in last few months of 2022. I made a large social media content planner here, this yearly log, but it doesn't seem too useful for me. So in this year, I just changed it into a one content spread. I didn't track the expense tracker here and the period log at all because my period wasn't very good in condition and I had to take some medications. So I just used mobile app instead of tracking it here. The next is my memory page, which is all empty, and then I just made my semester overview spreads. I have two separate videos for both of these setups, so if you're interested you can check the previous videos and the playlist for my 2022 bullet journal setup. I have this GPA calculation which was not required, so I just filled it out thoroughly. Then I have my January spreads. I love this theme a lot. Like winter drink was my first theme for this notebook, and I used both watercolors and brush pens here, and I really love the page quality of Suki papers from Notebook Therapy. In February, I made a one-line art, including the roses. I also used some coffee stains in this notebook, and later the stains was pretty dark. At the time, the stains were not that dark, but afterward it was very dark, as you can see here, and I absolutely love the washi tapes from Notebook Therapy. I truly like this set, which was the vintage rose. If you're interested to check their products, you can check the description or their website. In March, I made this floral theme, and I would like to say you that this was the first theme I made some printables for my patrons. I absolutely love this theme, and the printables were very good as a first digital drawing. As you can see here, I made some weekly spreads with the patron stickers that I made for my patrons. Here is some study planner for my mid and some daily log spreads. I always like to write something in my bullet journal or in my daily journal, so at that point I didn't have any daily journal to maintain, so I wrote everything in my bullet journal. The next theme for April was spring themed desert or sakura deserts. I truly love this theme, and the printables I made for Patreon viewers was amazing. Like, it was very difficult to draw at your phone, but I think the blendings and drawings I did was pretty nice. I also used the spring washi tape from Notebook Therapy in this setup. The next is my May 2022 bullet journal setup, where the theme was makeup, and it was not that special to me. I like to draw some doodles which doesn't have any bolder colors, like any black color in it, and it somehow didn't turn out too well. I tried to like this setup, but somehow it was very awkward and I didn't like it at all. So there are some squares where I planned out something and some swatches. Later I skipped some pages for a project, but I didn't work on it, so these spreads are pretty empty here. The next theme I worked for my June was summer garden theme, and I used watercolors for this theme. I like these illustrations a lot, and the cover page was basically inspired from some digital art, so if you're interested you can check that video as well. I like this weekly spread. This sticker is from Mochi Bujo's shop, Ikigai Papir. I like her stickers a lot. This was the last month I made this theme for, and afterward I make some doodles for some projects, so I have to blur it out right now and I'll talk about this project later. I also use back pages from the notebook for my pen test and color swatching, so that I can decide which colors I'm going for my themes and how those color looks like in the paper. In the back pocket I always store the stickers and some extra shades that I might need for my bullet journals later, and also if I have any washi tapes that can be used for future, I always put it in the last page and it's secure there. So yeah, this is the first bullet journal I've finished, and the second bullet journal was from Your Bujo. I like this Bujo's color, but the linen cover picked up some dirt. And also I would like to mention that I am using this notebook still now for my 2023 because I have a lot of pages left. So this is the grid spacing cheat sheet that I was talking about a few minutes ago. I used same type of grid spacing cheat sheet in this setup as my previous one, and I put a washi tape to secure this loose grid spacing cheat sheet. This cover page for the second half of my yearly setup is the best. I absolutely love it. And again, I made some extra spreads that I made in my first bullet journal, like this content planner and this goal and accomplishments pages. Also here I added 2 extra pages, which was the Patreon for 2022, and it was inspired by Laura from Art and Foxes. In this Patreon page I wrote all the names of my patrons who have been supporting me through the year, and Besides that, I had this swatches pages, which is basically inspired from Tina of Tina's Diary. So the first monthly theme is this July theme, which is summer fruits. I didn't use this setup at all. I was very depressed at the time and I really didn't touch my bullet journal at all. So later I tried to come back, but I didn't. Here is a little journaling spread for my favorite actor Kim Gubin. I used these sticker sheets from Ikigai Papir, and in August I didn't make any journaling spreads besides this daily journal where I wrote all of my thoughts and plannings, and I decorated it with these stickers from Ikigai Papir. And I'd like to mention that I was a rep of her sticker shop at that moment. In the September bullet journal setup, I didn't write anything at all. All of these stickers and printables are from my Patreon and Light Academia washi tape set from Notebook Therapy. Here I wrote some planning of my contents. In October, I made a Scooby-Doo theme. I truly like this theme a lot. I use it properly and I was into bullet journaling again, but I didn't use any weekly spreads in that month. I didn't like weekly spreads, so I just used my monthly log instead, and I added some scribbling and planning for my contents in the pages that I saved for my weekly spreads. In the spread, I have drawn some doodles for a video tutorial, so if you're interested, you can also check it in the card. For my November bullet journal setup, I made a autumnal cottagecore theme. I have drawn 3 large illustrations in this setup, and the rest were the doodles that I made for my sticker sheets. I didn't use much of this weekly spread in this month as well. For the December bullet journal theme, I used my printable stickers, and also I made this flip through cover page where I used a tracing paper and made it look like I can see through the window, and this scenery is made in Procreate. I made this large tracker. I like this illustration a lot, but this content planner was too much colorful and I didn't like the grids at all. This weekly spread is not used that much, so yeah, I didn't make any weekly spreads after this. This is the cover page for my 2023 bullet journal setups, so you'll get all of those flip through in the next year, I guess. And in this back pocket, I also added too many cutouts and sticker sheets for the future uses. I don't like to throw these stickers that I made with my hard work, so I kept it as memory in this notebook. So yeah, this is for this flip through. I hope you like this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for the upcoming contents. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.